Hey y'all, it's Tiny here from Mountain Way Adventures. Today I was fishing over on the Holston River below South Holston Dam. Pretty good day. Caught a few fish, caught maybe a dozen. No size, didn't keep any day. Just out fishing for fun. A lot of people out here fishing. Cold as can be this morning. I think it was 7 this morning at the house. It's warmed up fairly good now. It was about 15 or so when I got here. Now it's probably, I don't know, 30s. So it's warmed up tremendously. It's a tough day of fishing. In a way, the water was really high. They're generating, trying to pull back down the lake to a good winter pool. But we did what we could. Try to do better next time. Appreciate y'all watching. All right, this is my first fish of 2019 on. Decent sized little rainbow. Let's get him unhooked back in the water. Just like that. It was the 2 casts later. Another little bitty rainbow. But hey, who am I to complain? They're fun. Tons of fun to catch. Got him in the bottom jaw just like the other one. Trying not to put any pressure on him. If y'all wondering why it's taking me so long to get a little hook out. Just using a size 8 hook. Alright, there he is, trying to squirm away, but I don't want to fall in all this nastiness here. Hopefully y'all can see him there. Not the biggest, but fish number 2, 2019. I'll take it every day. And there he goes. I've already caught a couple, so maybe I'll end up having a video. This is what I'm using. Hopefully you can see it because I'm right into the sun. It's just power bait, natural scent, garlic, trout bait. On a number 8 sinker, or number 8 hook with a BB sinker. The water here is extremely high today. It's very, very cold. It was 5 degrees when I got up this morning. It's warmed up a little bit more now, but still really, really cold. But I decided instead of sitting at the house, I was going to take off fishing. I'll try to cover my hook completely. And I like to bring this down into a little taper point. It makes a bigger bait, but at the same time, not a real huge presentation because there's not a big ball on there. So that's how I like to do my power bait a good part of the time. Sometimes it works better, sometimes it don't. One thing about it, you never know what the fish are wanting. There's 2 bites and just a couple casts here in a row. 2 fish actually. 2 bites, 2 fish, so. Ain't having to cast it far. Not the best area I've ever fished in my life, but seems to be holding a couple fish at least. And keep it off the bottom. But we're down here on the Holston River, down below South Holston Dam. Just trying a few spots, and one buddy would say try it one time, see what happens. So it's been slow up to this point, but that's 2 fish pretty close together. The main thing is there's so many rocks and limbs, and I'm fishing here in a bunch of grass too, so that makes it a little bit more difficult fishing. I don't know if you can see I got grass and stuff all over my sinker now. I probably should have cleaned that off, but it wasn't on my bait, so we'll try it here. May caught the only 2 fish in here willing to bite. I don't think it's the only 2 fish in here. Oh, there he is. Oh, missed him. I got a little anxious on that one. The thing is, when you're using prepared baits like this, especially dough baits, I don't want them to swallow it, so I'm trying to keep some tension on my line the whole time. I don't want to swallow them because I don't want to kill them, because I don't want to eat them. There's no point in intentionally trying to kill a fish just to catch it. So I'm actually going to bend my barb down here in a few minutes. I usually do that all the time with power bait. I just hadn't done it yet. I've been a little lazy. My hands are freezing cold. Like I said, it's a cold day out here on the water. Extremely cold. It's probably 17, 18 degrees right now. So don't let that sunshine fool you. It's still rather cold out here. go back after him, see if he can't won't hit again. I missed my spot a little bit, but you never know where they're going to be laying. There he is. There he is. Oh, he let it go. Probably got on my bait. It's the only bad thing about hooking the bait like that. They steal it real easy. Yeah, he ain't on there, so. Yeah, he is. He's back. Finally another little feller. They're small, but they are pretty. Right there in the bottom lip again. And I appreciate every single one of them biting. Oh, easy, buddy, easy. We'll turn you back in. Just give me a second. I want your picture first. Beautiful fish. And he's probably, I don't know, 9 inches. He's probably 10 inches or so, but we'll throw him back in for another day. And there he goes. All right, guys, I've had a bite on my last 3 casts here and hadn't been able to catch them, so I'm gonna try to turn the GoPro on, see if it brings me any luck. It's been same spot just about every single time. Just don't think he's very big, so I'm actually downsizing my bait just a little bit this time. Important thing that I like to do also is I like to take it and drop it in the water, just like so. And what that does is it seems to keep it on a little bit better. Maybe it forms a shell or something while I'm casting it. I don't know. I don't know for sure that it actually does, but it seems like it keeps it on better. It may just be a superstition thing where I've done it for so long. It's hard to tell. So if I can keep from getting hung on the way over to them, which is what happened that time, we'll see if it bite again. Oh. Peck, peck. There he is. So the GoPro did help me catch him. Alright. Another little rainbow. We'll get him back in the water. Alright, I moved downstream a little bit. I've actually been sight fishing for this little feller. A couple little fellers in here. I'll talk a little bit about my hook and whatnot and sinker and what I'm using. Here's the rod I'm using. It's a Shimano Clarius. It's actually a worm and jig. 6'8", 6 to 12 pound test, lure 1/8 to 3/8, power medium, action fast, IM8 graphite construction, and I'm using a Bass Pro Shop Micro LT or Micro Light reel with a 5/8 gear ratio. Now, this rod, even though it's listed as a medium action, I can't set a hook on a bass to save my life. So it became my trout fishing rod. I paid way too much for it just to junk it, so I decided to use it as a trout fishing rod. It's just too light. It doesn't have enough on the end of it for me. I know it's a fast action and all, but it's just way too light for me. I couldn't get a hook set on the jig or anything at all, and it says it's a worm and jig rod. But there's no way I could use that for a worm and jig. I tried using it with tubes, I tried using it with flukes. You know, I thought, well, maybe I can use it for spinner baits for bass. No, nothing. So that's what it ended up being. It is a about a $65–80 trout rod. This is by far the smallest one yet. He actually hit it as it was dropping in the water. So it just barely hit the water and he came up after it. He's a pretty little feller. Hooked on top of the lip. Alright, buddy. See you later. And there he goes. I don't know how many it is. 6, 5, 7, I don't know. We're going to keep after him for a few more minutes. Alright, guys. So far my key seems to have been find a little bit of slack water in behind wood. This is about as good as it gets with this great big old tree. Huge undercurrent there. So I don't know if there'll be anything here or not, but this is definitely a spot with a lot of potential. You can see it there. So yeah, I think I should get a bite in here if I don't stay hung up. That might be the issue. Is getting snagged with all these trees that I know are underneath there that I can see, and of course the ones I can't see. But it's such a good looking spot, it's worth a hook to try it. Cause like I'm already down in the sticks there. Oh, but I got one. Oh, it ain't a big one. But I did call her for being a fish in here. By crockies, there was one. So let's get him off here and get enough. There he is. There he is. Oh yeah. Still right here at my feet. That's a nice little rainbow. Get him in back in the water. I want to show y'all something here. It's the first one I've hooked deep all day. This, try to turn it around here. This is not my line. It's not my sinker. It's not my line going into them. This is my line. Two separate lines. I hope you can see them because they're really light lines. And down in his throat, if he will sit still, come on buddy, are two different hooks. I hope that shows up on camera. I don't know if it will or not. So they will eat once they have a hook in them. And I'm going to cut both these lines a little tight, and hopefully he can survive with two hooks in them. I don't know what the chances are, but it has to be better than chances of hitting the frying pan. So, well, he did swim away, so we'll see if that means he survives or not. There he was, and he gone. Just about back up to the truck. I just want to kind of give y'all an idea while I was fishing where I was today. It's probably a half mile or so walk, but that water is moving on pretty quick. So trying to find a spot that wasn't so fast and with a little bit of cover, it felt like it's the right thing to do, and kind of paid off today.